Today we're talking about building equity in real estate in what you have referred to as the snowball effect. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so the snowball effect in real estate is kind of the idea that over the course of your lifetime, your very first purchase can really have quite an impact on your subsequent purchases. And that's because you're able to use that equity that you gained in your very first home, roll that into your second home, stay there for several years, roll that into your third home. And it's kind of the idea that the earlier you decide to get into the game, the larger that snowball is going to be kind of towards the end of your life.
Continuing on from the snowball effect, Ellie, can you tell us about your first home purchase?
Yeah, so I was renting in Buckhead, and when we started our home search, we quickly realized that we could not afford a home in Buckhead. So we started looking elsewhere and kind of expanding our search a little bit, and we landed upon Vinings, which we absolutely loved, and we would have loved a single family home, but we also quickly realized that was also not in the budget. So we landed on a condo. Was that my dream home? Absolutely not, but we figured, why not go ahead and invest in home ownership instead of paying for rent?
All right, Laura, can you tell us about your first home purchase?
Yeah, so when we moved kind of away from renting into thinking about buying, we knew there were several concessions that we were going to need to make just because of our affordability, age, number of factors. And so one of those concessions ended up being our location. We really wanted a single family home. The places that we could afford a single family home were limited. And so that was one of those things that we said, hey, we know this is not a long-term decision. This is something that we're going to do for 3 to 4 or 5 years, knowing that that home would be kind of a stepping stone to where we really ultimately wanted to end up. So we originally bought in Smyrna. Enjoyed that a lot, and that really helped us, selling that home really helped us get to where we are now.
Ellie, you are in your second home. Can you tell us how the purchase of your first home helped you get where you are?
Yeah, so like I said, we started in a condo. It wasn't our dream home, but we knew that we wanted to get started right away with home ownership. We lived there for 3 years, and then after 3 years, we felt like we were in a good spot to start searching for our second home. And we used the proceeds of that first sale in order to help with the down payment on our second home. And now we were happy in our condo, but we are very, very happy where we are now. And we were happy that we made that purchase 3 years prior in order to build the equity that we had for the second home.
So Laura, can you wrap this up by telling us how the snowball effect helps the first-time home buyer?
Absolutely. You know, we work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and everybody's heard the phrase starter home. And I think it has two meanings. Meaning number one is, yeah, it's your start into home ownership, whether that be a condo or a single family home. That's a learning experience in itself. But what it also is kind of a starter fund for your future real estate investments. Sometimes our first-time home buyers struggle because they want the Taj Mahal. And I can speak to it, Ellie can speak to it. We didn't live in the Taj Mahal. Most people don't. They live in a starter home, and they end up utilizing that equity that they've gained that they often sometimes would have been thrown away towards rent, and they're able to use that equity and roll it into their next purchase. And like I said, the quicker you get started on that snowball, the more affordability you're going to see in your lifetime. And I think that's the beautiful thing about real estate.